Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this is part 3 in the series of the pitch loft conversion project we're currently working on, and this is where we're going to show you how we construct the frame out this dormer here. So we have built all 5 now, but we're just going to show you on this one. So yeah, let's take a look. Our dormer walls and header beam for where the window is going to be formed now. So what I'm going to show is how we get the length of our ceiling joists before we fit our common rafters for the gable roof. And what I've done is I've cut a template for how the rafters are going to look. So I've divided this up for the demonstration purposes. So these lines represent a third of this 9x2 timber. It's actually slightly under a third this bird's mouth because this timber is a little bit over 9x2. So anyway, there's a third of this timber. You always take that out for the bird's mouth. This is the bird's mouth joint we've done here. The height above plate, 215mm. So from this vertical line to the intersection of the plumb and the seat cut. Always good practice to cut your eaves soffit cut as well before you fit the rafters, because it's easy enough to cut the fascia line in situ, whereas a soffit is harder. As long as you've got the same drop as in the distance from the seat cut to this seat cut, there won't be any discrepancy with them moving up and down. So yeah, if I flip this over now, how we get the length of the joist. So I've continued this line, which is the seat cut, which is obviously continuing this line out here basically, right, to the end of the timber. And then I've done a parallel line. I like to do between 12 and 15mm, which means the joists are going to be set in from the top of the rafters. They won't be poking out. Yeah, they'll all be set in from the top, so it won't cause any discrepancies. And rather than being a complete point, it can be a bit dangerous if you're working around it, getting jabbed with the pointed timber. I've just cut up 2 inches, so I've marked the 2 inches there. So if I hook my tape on the outside of each of those walls, plus this distance here, which is 6 inches or 150mm, times 2, because it'll be overhanging each end. That's how we get the length of our ceiling joists. We then mark the 6 inches in, which I've done on that trimmer over there. We then know if I line that mark up the outside of the wall, it's going to be the same that side, as long as this is parallel, which it is. So I'll just show you the template in situ over there. So as you can see, when the rafters are pitching up, the joist is within the rafter, but I've still got this additional amount of a fixing point for tying the ceiling joist to the rafters. You can, and some people do, cut up this line here, and you've still got the full bearing. The reason I like to keep this extra bit at the end is because if you're bolting, it gives you a lot more of a surface area to fix and bolt to, tying it in nicely. We're now at the stage of marking out our first pair of common rafters for the dormers. So I'll just show you how we're going to measure, mark and work it all out with the calculation. So this is our span from outside of dormer to outside of dormer, 1763. So half of that is 881.5. The pitch is 45 degrees, we know that. So on a scientific calculator, if you type in 45 and then press COS on a scientific one, it give you this figure, so 0.707. So if we divide the half span by that number, we've got 1246.81. So we're just going to make it, round it up to 1247. So here's a small diagram just to show what I mean. So that line there is the outside of dormer, as is that. This is the centre, so the full span is from there to there, half spans from there to there. And with the calculation, our measurement is going to be from top of plumb cut to top of plumb cut. So we then, from that, need to come down our height above plate, which is a third of the depth of the rafter. And then we'll have a bit of a foot here for a soffit cut. So I'll just cut the first one now. Right, so. So with that calculation I've done, I haven't taken into account the thickness of the ridge yet, because what I'm going to do is offer this pair up, check it all fits and is right, and then by cut, because we're going to do a double ridge because it's going to be a bolted ceiling on dormers over there. So if I come back 45mm, which is the thickness of one ridge, mark that, take that off, when you come to fit the ridge, that will all marry up nicely. So if I measure down now, 1247, like that, run it down, use our handy square down square, mark those mouth, that's that. Yeah. This is our foot template, the drop 102. I'll extend that out, come down 102. Okay, come. 12, 7. I like it. So first one, we'll cut that bird's mouth out now with a handsaw. There we go. Now we've done that, you can use this as template for the next one. So the bow of the timber is facing, you always have that at the top. So I could flip that and use it, you know, the same cut, but then the bow would be at the bottom. So I'm just going to cut that off. Make sure it's flush. I'll do. So cut this last bird's mouth out. So I mark the ridge now on top, so I come back 45. Run it down, so the ridge should be there when we take that off. Same on this. So now, when we offer these up, we tight at the top, bird's mouth should be tight. Then over right then, take this off then, which allows for the ridge. And yeah, let's go and have a look. So as you can see, we've got our first pair up now. Got a tight bird's mouth there, tight at the top, tight this side here. So we know that's fine. As you can see, I've got the marks up there for the ridges being a double ridge, 45 off, 45 off. When that 90mm ridge goes in, then once I cut that, that'll be nice and tight up the top. So yeah, I'll do a time lapse now of us actually building the main structure. And yeah.